Hello and welcome to Spinners and Winners. I'm Jonathan Carl. Today a story about the millions of dollars the federal government spends maintaining vacant and unused buildings. Exhibit A, this mammoth structure in Georgetown, right in the nation's capital. You've got to check out exactly where this place is. Come with me to the roof. It's one of the best views in the city. It's an old power plant built back when Harry Truman was still in the White House. It's been long neglected, but at least the elevator still works. Even though it's empty, the government still pays for security here and utilities. And here it is, the rooftop view. Check it out. You got the Potomac River back here, the Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts. You can even see the Washington Monument. This is some of the most valuable real estate in the nation's capital, and yet this building has sat largely vacant and unused for more than a decade. There are an estimated 14,000 vacant or nearly vacant buildings owned by the federal government. Not only are they unused, but they cost taxpayers some $190 million a year to maintain.
The federal government must stop sitting on its assets.
A House committee recently held a hearing inside the old Georgetown power plant, pressing the administration to get rid of properties it is not using.
Any company that allowed this to happen would be bankrupt, would be defunct, except for the federal government.
The empty buildings can be found all over the country. Many are owned by the Veterans Administration, including this one we saw in Chicago. One of the most valuable is this one, the annex to the old post office building right on Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C. It's just blocks from the White House and has been unused for more than a decade. And a new report by the Government Accountability Office found the government doesn't even know much about its own buildings. Look at these dilapidated properties. All of them were listed as being in excellent condition. Some empty buildings are listed as occupied. After the hearing at the building in Georgetown, we had a quick talk with an official at the Government Services Administration, which is responsible for managing some, but not all, of the government's properties. Don't we just have a fundamental problem if we don't have an accurate count of what buildings are occupied, what buildings are being used? I mean, it makes it hard to follow the problem, right?
I agree, but I believe GSA is doing a good job with that in our portfolio.
You think you're doing a good job?
In GSA's portfolio, yes.
In fact, the Obama administration is making some progress at getting rid of unused properties, recently selling a federal building in Nome, Alaska for $1.6 million, and a 1,400-acre Cold War radar facility in Maine went for $750,000. All told, they've sold some 97 properties over the past year, bringing in $82 million. And there's more to come. Earlier this year, the government struck a $200 million deal with Donald Trump to develop the old post office annex on Pennsylvania Avenue. He'll develop it and then pay some $250,000 a month to lease it. As for this building in Georgetown, it's finally about to go on sale. One member of Congress estimated it could bring as much as $100 million to the federal government. That's it for Spinners and Winners. For ABC News and Yahoo News, I'm Jonathan Carl. You can follow me all week long on Twitter @JohnCarl or on Facebook. Thanks for watching. See you again next time.